and welcome to my garden today. In this video, I'm going to show you my hydrangeas that are in bloom now. They've just started blooming, but I want to tell you the chemistry behind the colors of hydrangea. If you look at this first light hydrangea, it has got white flowers. So when it starts blooming, it is kind of a little green in color. Later it acquires a white color, and as time passes, when it grows, when it kind of becomes pale, it again turns slightly green, and then it kind of stays like that through the winter. So the white color mainly is not much of pigmentation. It is not. It does not have that characteristic pigment that may be responsible for its color. On the other hand, hydrangeas may be present in pink, purple or blue color. And I have all three, and that's why I wanted to make this video. If you look at this one, this plant, it has got purple flower hydrangeas. I hope you can see the flower. It's purple. The flower on this hydrangea is pink in color. Let me just come on a side. If you look at this is pink in color, right? And this is white, and the last one is blue again, which is perhaps not in the frame of my camera. Now, you know, hydrangeas, this hydrangea, when I planted them in the soil, they were all pink. Not the white ones, of course, but the blue and pink ones. Just like litmus turns its color in the presence of acidic or basic medium, in the same way the pigment present in hydrangeas responds to acidic or basic nature of the soil. So initially, when the first year we had flowers, we had all pink flowers. So all my flowers were even more pink than this one pink. It was a nice, bright, vibrant pink. And that perhaps was because the soil in which I planted them was basic in nature. Now, this year I find I have a lot of evergreens here. I must have shown you my backyard during the snow also, and there's a lot of evergreen trees that we have which tend to make the soil acidic. So over 2 years now, my flowers have started turning purple. If you look at this, it's almost from purple to blue. I have other blooms too, which are kind of in the back. I'll pick up my camera and add that video here. You see, these are purple and blue in color. This is even more blue. Do you see the colors of the flowers? They are turning purple and blue, which means that the soil is turning acidic. This has happened partially naturally because we have a lot of evergreens here, and partially because I prefer blue flowers. And at least for a few years, I would like my flowers to be blue in color. So what could I do to turn my soil acidic? In order to turn your soil acidic, if I add an ammonium salt to it, if I add like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium fertilizers, so the fertilizer that I added this year had ammoniacal nitrogen, it had water-soluble nitrogen, it had water-insoluble nitrogen, it had potassium oxide, it had phosphorus pentoxide, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and many other naturally available minerals, which cause the change in the color of the hydrangeas, and this change does not happen overnight. It takes a little time because the soil, the plant naturally has grown with one type of pigmentation, and with one type of water that it had absorbed, whether it was acidic or basic, so it kind of retains its color. It takes a couple of years to change color. So right now this is kind of purple to blue, and next year I'm sure all my hydrangeas are going to be properly blue. I wonder if you can see, I have planted some forget-me-nots also here. The forget-me-nots are also blue in color. I'll pick up the camera and I'll show you the forget-me-nots are also blue in color, so it kind of goes with the color theme. Let us say now, 2 years later, when all my hydrangeas are blue in color and I change my mind about it, and now I want my hydrangeas to be pink for a few years, I can do that too. How would I do that? If you want to turn the soil basic or alkaline, you can add calcium oxide, that is lime. If you add lime to the soil, it turns basic in nature, because lime is calcium oxide. On dissolving in water, it turns into calcium hydroxide, and hydroxides, you're already aware, are basic in nature. So the best and the quickest way to turn the soil basic would be to add calcium oxide. So in 2 years, I would add a fertilizer that would, instead of having the NPK, instead of having the ammonia based fertilizer, I would be adding a fertilizer that will be calcium based. It'll have calcium oxide in it. So that will turn my hydrangeas pink again. This is a beautiful pink, not that it is ugly, it's a lovely pink. But in a couple of years, then I will be changing it again back to pink. But for a few years, I would like to enjoy them to be blue with the forget-me-nots. And honestly, I have my, what do you call them, hostas here that have purple flowers. So the purple with the blue and a little orange of my daylilies, all the colors, they kind of blend very well together. So I just wanted to share this little chemistry in everyday life with you. And I would also like to share my pet, Stormy, here, who's also watching the propagation and the colors that hydrangea is changing. Isn't it, Stormy? So let me show you. Do you see the blue, the orange of the daylilies, the blue of my hydrangea? This is more blue, the white ones, and these are the forget-me-nots, which are also blue. The pink hydrangea, there it is, and the blue purple that have kind of changed color. I have more blooms here, purple, pink turning to purple. You can see the different shades that the flowers are taking. There's some hidden here too. And that's my grand white one. It's got huge blooms, and the forget-me-not. So interspersed blue color, and the hostas that have a purple color, and the orange daylilies. And as I told you, a lot of evergreens that make the soil acidic. And Stormy enjoying the garden. So with this, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye for now.